and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
All praise.
You destroyed the children of God, Antiochus boasted, he roasters, made us lower than dirt, worse than the earth. But first, you was born first, so by chapter and verse, created to be the servant. You dying by heat that's fervent. That's perfectly hyperbole, thy names into some bywords, heard for generations. Now they cringe with hate from my words, but these is tried words, spirit spoken in prophecies. Guided like rockets, your stock yielded no profits. Can't stop us, so never be us, so bottom feeders can't. I'm tired of lies, just drop it. Use a walking hot pocket, filthy beast of the field. For once, just keep it real. I do me, your fate is sealed. Yeah, I said it, I meant it, and plenty fight come with it. Ishmael and Moab with Ammonites gon' get it. All Israel ain't Israel, you can't change with scribe. Forget them or die with them. Yasharala gon' rise. This is a warning. That's right.
We've seen that our fathers were killed. We've seen that our fathers were murdered.
Yeah,
We've seen
this
that
is
our
a
leaders
warning.
were set up.
That's
and
right.
assassinated.
That's right.
We've seen
That's right.
this.
Never forget
seen it
Ishmael.
happen.
This is a
Warning.
Moab.
Cosby
It's a
That old man.
Ammonites. It's a
Somebody you
warning.
raped. How many people did you rape?
Edom. This is your
Warning.
You get to
That's
walk
right.
around us with your suits on, talking about you statesmen.
Shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
This is the land of our country. This ain't real Egypt, but this is spiritual. That's what the Bible says. We're the Israelites, the Bible speaks of. That's who we are, that's who we be. We ain't Puerto Ricans or Dominicans. We are the children of Israel.
Sometimes you just gotta tell the truth, man. I know people don't wanna hear it, but hey, it is what it is, man. It's a warm-up. Teetering on the brink of war. Lord, I'm seeing me needing you, pleading even evermore. Have mercy, don't forget the promise you made Jacob, Isaac and Abraham. The people sleeping, they need to wake up. Here's what I told them. Money can't save you, you show the baddest behavior. You vote for those that enslave you, then you get mad at their nature. I'm mad you say you got favor. You're trying to talk to the Savior like you don't walk with the Savior, but you the salt with no flavor. Breathe. Believe what I say, in these last days he paid ways to turn slaves back to the garden. No bargaining, just gardening. Who we ain't harder than. All the ways of knowledge for us, who we ain't smarter than. Y'all some damn dummies, bums and great sums. Dust who don't weigh none. Trust we don't frig one. Bot did them save none. Possess the power of my bloodlines from shimming them. Remember the remnant, yeah, we slimming them. Whatever, breathe. More clever than Trevor. Noah built a boat that could navigate the windy weather. Drowning us never. Clown us, you better. Move around and get severed. Y'all ain't never been better and can't be saved by the letter. Killing tracks, I'm a deadbeat. Duck supporting white supremacist thoughts, I got webbed feet. Never run a dead heat. Shh, nobody said speak. We own weeks and weekends. Sundowns to sundowns, we in. Eternal. Forevermore, like that bird talking to Eleanor. I know it's a raven, bruh. Stand on my statement, bruh. Said what I said, we not po no more. Stored riches, caught fishes. God's spirit gave visions. Pinpoint incisions in the missions, cause we missionaries. Milky precepts, we them dairy revolutionaries. I got killed, every firstborn in Egypt. He don't love nobody but his own body, believe it, Israel. Ever wonder how we ended up like this? On the bottom, never winning, never like it. It's our destiny, taking the best of me to invest in the zest of we. It's like a recipe.
People go to war. We bringing out that vibe. People we adore. The preachers be some lies. We reading in the script. They reading in the script. You reading in the script.
Israel, shalom, 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 most high in Christ bless. I'm Officer Yakub, IUIC Dallas. And you tuned in the scripts.
Reloaded.
All right. So we back with part 2 from last week. Black History Behind the Scenes, part 2. This week, we're going to touch on something real simple. But before we get into any of that, though, to my right.
Officer Emmanuel.
To my right.
Officer Kashaw.
To my right.
Officer Lavi.
And to my right.
Officer Ozai.
That's right. All right. So in this part 2, we're going to jump in. The season that we in, this time of year, we always know that we're going into voting. We're going into voting. And a lot of y'all really don't know history or understand voting in America and how it's taking place and where you sit with it and so forth and so on. So I'm not going to prolong it, but first let's watch the movie that we got set up for tonight, and then we'll come back and we're going to dive into some history pertaining to the black vote.
Tonight, I'm asking for the vote of every single African American citizen in this country who wants to see a better future. Look how much African American communities have suffered under Democratic control. To those I say the following: what do you have to lose by trying something new like Trump? What do you have to lose? I say it again, what do you have to lose? Look, what do you have to lose? You're living in poverty, your schools are no good, you have no jobs, 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose?
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare.
That last line is powerful. You know what I mean? For that to close out with MLK saying that, because most people don't even know that MLK said that.
Right.
Right.
Most people don't even realize that MLK in the end had began to look at how to actually lift us up out of the oppression that we were in. And it wasn't through unity no more.
Right.
It was about us separating ourselves and having our own in the end. His eyes were open. He realized what was going on. All right. So let's jump in. Since we're behind, let's just jump in. Let's start at number 1. And it's important, as y'all know, within the scripts, we love to bring out some historical stuff because y'all don't be understanding what's going on behind the scenes. And we're gonna start off actually with some stuff that was brought out from last week.
Right.
Because it ties into the overall show. Again, we ask y'all to watch weekly and record the videos, save them. Because if you're paying attention, you'll be able to go into weeks and months and even years prior to the show and see the origins of the particular things that we're discussing. All of it ties together. Nothing in America is by chance. All of it ties together. All of this is oppression. Let's start with number 1.
Hey, brothers and sisters, make sure you share, all right? Make sure you share the link, all right, to boost the algorithm.
Yeah. Make sure you share. All right, let's read that.
On this day, December 24th, 1865, Confederate veterans established the Ku Klux Klan.
So who established the Ku Klux Klan?
Confederate
Good question.
veterans.
Confederate veterans. Veterans of the Confederate established the Ku Klux Klan in 1865. Let's read a little bit on it.
On December 24th, 1865, a group of former Confederate soldiers established what would become the first chapter of the Ku Klux Klan in Pulaski, Tennessee.
Yep, Pulaski, Tennessee.
Named for the Greek word kyklos, which means circle.
So they were a circle of men. This was a circle of people. They were all in agreement. Go ahead.
The Klan was devoted to white supremacy.
No. They were devoted to everybody being equal.
The Klan was devoted to white supremacy and to ending Reconstruction in the South. The Klan's first leader, called Grand Wizard, was former Confederate Lieutenant General Nathan Bedford Forrest.
So that goes back to Forrest Gump. Mm-hmm. So we talked about that last week, how that tied in the movie. All right, read that.
During Reconstruction, the Klan's political activity was closely tied to the goals of Southern politicians.
Now, pay attention to that. The Klan's goals were closely tied to the political activity of Southern politicians.
Got him!
Pay attention. Southern politicians. Go ahead.
Still loyal to the cause of white supremacy. To support this agenda, the Klan engaged in a campaign of terror, violence, and murder, targeting African Americans as well as white voters who supported racial equality and civil rights. Mm-hmm. Writing in 1935, scholar W.E.B. Du Bois described Klan attacks as armed guerrilla warfare and estimated that between 1866 and mid-1867, the Klan was responsible for 197 murders and 548 aggravated assaults in North and South Carolina alone. Reconstruction-era Klan terror went largely unopposed by local authorities.
So it went, what was it?
Unopposed.
Unopposed by local authorities. So the authorities, meaning the local police, the sheriff, your governments, your governors, they wasn't tripping. They was letting it ride. Now, all of that is important.
Because they were part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were.
They oppose something that they are part of.
Right.
Just in case y'all don't know what aggravated assault is attempted murder. So these are attempts to kill, 548 of them. Of 197 of them, they actually was successful at.
Right.
But 548, they wasn't so successful, but they attempted to do it.
Excellent point. Because I wasn't even picking out that they said that 548 aggravated assaults. So you're right, That's just in North and South Carolina alone. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's crazy. All right, so let's go to number two. Another good piece that was brought out last week, if you were tuned in. Remember last week they tried to do us dirty, so I pray y'all are able to log in today. What we got watching? Let's see. I'm gonna look at these numbers.
They didn't try. They did us dirty.
Last week?
They did us dirty for a whole 1 hour.
Yeah.
For a whole 1 hour, we had only 88 people able to watch.
Right.
For 1 hour plus. Only 88 people.
88 people.
He can make
the hell
that
is
up.
this?
He
Right.
cannot make that up.
All right.
Right now, we are what? Maybe like 5 minutes, 10 minutes in, and we have 157.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's rock with this one then.
The Jewish Confederates by Robert N. Rosen.
Let's go. Yep.
Some Jewish Confederates, like many of their Gentile comrades, fought for what they termed their liberty and freedom.
So some Jewish Confederates. Wait a minute. Jewish Confederates?
Yes, sir.
Now, we just read what they were Confederate with.
Uh-huh.
The Confederates were the ones that ended up becoming
the Ku Klux Klan.
The Ku Klux
Wait
Klan.
a minute.
Don't the Klan despise the Jewish?
Right.
That's a good
Wait
question.
a minute.
Then Amalek, or so-called Jewish people, be saying they not white.
All
They say
right.
they not white a lot. And the Klan, they fight for white supremacy.
Right.
White- That's what we just read.
Huh.
Go ahead.
Which included the right to own slaves.
Amalek fought for the right to own slaves. Jump down to the next highlight.
Like their fellow Johnny Rebs, a small percentage of Jewish Confederates owned slaves themselves.
Now, they always try to minimize it by saying a small percentage.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bruh. A small percentage?
Yeah.
Y'all just said that y'all were the Confederates. Come on, man.
Come on now, dog.
Go ahead.
Although many came from slaveholding families and all came from slaveholding communities where relatives, friends, business associates, and customers owned slaves. And even those who own no slaves.
Hold on, that don't sound like small percentage.
Right.
to me.
Right.
That's a lie.
That's a
Listen
lie.
off the whole town.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What the hell?
I mean, they so crafty in their words that they'll tell you something and then turn right around and lie behind it, like nobody's gonna remember that you just said this.
They say although many came from slave-holding families.
Right.
Right.
You don't think they continue that? They beneficiaries. They gonna continue that. They seen that money flowing in. It's like, oh man, I got to get me some slaves too.
Right. Gotta get it. Gotta
See,
get it.
that's a heavy point that you made because you said they're beneficiaries of that. Not only of that, but also of that ideology, of their hatred for our people.
Right.
And you will be foolish to think that the politicians of today was not beneficiaries of that same hatred.
Right.
Because their spirit is not upright inside of them. And so now they are in these political positions and they're pushing laws the same way that they did back then with the black codes and the slave codes and things of that nature.
Right.
To continue the oppression of the children of Israel.
Right. Right. And that's exactly what it is they continued it. What's the scripture? Bishop brought it out this past. I'm bad with recalling, but where it says that they furthered.
Forward the affliction.
Yeah, they forwarded the affliction. Zechariah 1:15.
Hey, shout out to Tiana Ben Israel.
Come on.
Hey, for the super chat. Shout out, sis.
Hey, shout out to you, sis. Shout out. We appreciate you. Hey, read that real quick.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
So they helped forward the affliction. Now, how do we know? Because we read that the Ku Klux Klan was established on December 24th, 1865.
Right.
Well, remember, Juneteenth happened on June 19th, 1865. Freedom happened on June 19th or June, whenever it was, of 1863. So at the point that they realized, okay, everybody is now quote unquote free.
Right.
We got to set something up to. We got to squash this.
We lost, but as white men, as quote unquote white men, we still need to have something in place to where we on the top.
Yes.
Amalek, so-called Jewish man included.
Yes.
You included yourself in that white list. So don't try to say y'all ain't white men today.
Right. And that's something though that people like Candace Owens. You know what I mean? We get it. Hey, Candace, if you're watching, look,
come on.
We get it. You're laying down with a troglodyte and you feel like you just don't. You feel like you got the top of the line troglodyte in your bed, but you don't. Candace, they all are troglodytes, right? They all the demons. They was all cave dwellers. They the same people. But just like you got different tribes of us, there's different tribes of them. But they the same people, right?
They all built like Benjamin Netanyahu.
All of them. Bad as hell. Bad as hell. All right. Did we finish it? Finish reading it.
At the bottom it says, and I'll read from this part. Although many came from slaveholding families and all came from slaveholding communities where relatives, friends, business associates, and customers owned slaves. And even those who owned no slaves had a stake in the South's racial caste system.
Why? Wait a minute. So whiteness had a position in the caste system. There were some poor white folks. There were some rich white folks. There were some poor white folks, and then there were some Negroes.
Come on, man.
Because by this point they were calling Native Americans Negroes.
Right.
They had already started establishing them as Negroes.
Right.
So yeah, there was a racial caste system in the South. All right, Samuel James. Hey, we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate that super chat.
Shout out.
All right, so let's go out. Let's go to the next. Let's go to number 3. Because where did this start? Did they just pop up in America all of a sudden and now they're just all powerful and they become, the powerful white guys? No.
Hey, shout out to Victor Sanders, 1596 for the super chat.
All praises. Appreciate that, Vic. Appreciate that. Officer, what did we read out of this last week? You remember?
No, it's the same thing from what we had last time. So yeah, go to the video. Go to number 3, officer mention. It's the same thing as the other one.
Okay, got you. All right, so yeah, let's go to number 3 to the video. Let's see, how did it start? How did they become the slave owners in the South? Make sure that the volume is up. Brothers, pay attention. Make sure that the volume is up and that you started from the beginning with the volume up, all right? All right, let's let it play. All right. So, and what y'all are going to see is that the plantation owners actually came out of these groups of men. Now, they got a real slick way of how they did it, and we're going to see. But they had the plantation owners of the South, the ones that we call rednecks, that ended up owning in Georgia and all of them places, were actually Amalekites. All right, let it play.
Georgia, a bold experiment led by James Oglethorpe. He dreamed of a different kind of America. No massive plantations, no rum, no slavery, only hard work, equal land, and moral virtue. The people toiled, built, and believed. But just across the border, South Carolina thrived, with slaves, rum, and land. Georgians began to question. Hardship grew. Survival became uncertain. Torn between loyalty and survival, voices rose in taverns and town squares. Oglethorpe's dream no longer united them. Defeated, Oglethorpe returned to Britain, and one by one, the pillars of his vision crumbled. Slavery took root, rum flowed, plantations sprawled. Oglethorpe's dream had died, but the colony lived on, profitable, loyal, and useful to the crown. But that is a story for another time.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention. So they're saying, so this is a guy named General Oglethorpe. I actually have the book on it. I could not find the book because the book gives a lot of details that when I first read it, I was like, oh, snap, this is crazy. Like it told about the, so what he did again is in 1732, he established a colony called Georgia. It was in Savannah, and Georgia was named after King George. He established it in honor of King George. Well, Oglethorpe comes from a long line of, I don't know what you call them, but let's say people of status from Europe.
Dignitaries, so on and so forth.
Dignitaries of a sort, right. So remember, slavery was abolished over there first, as they said. Right? They said it was abolished. So when he came here, he wanted to establish it. Now, why would he say that he didn't want rum, he didn't want slavery, and so forth? Because of what was going on in the Caribbean, right? So they're saying that he wasn't trying to establish Georgia the same way. I don't believe that.
Right.
They did it another way, though. But what he was trying to establish, eventually, those who he brought in ended up saying, wait, we want to do what South Carolina's doing. They all became a Confederate together, and then they did all they could to work him out of it. So they say. I believe he benefited off of it. But let's see. Go to the next video, and let's see who. Well, we'll read in a second who he began bringing in.
And that's heavy that you say that, officer, because I got a script on that, but let's play this, though.
Do your thing.
Let me get Psalms 83. Psalms 83, let's start at verse 1, and then we're going to jump to verse 3.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1.
Just read down.
Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
Read.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine who?
Thine enemies make a tumult.
So this is God's enemies. God's enemies make a tumult, which is an angry gathering. Come on.
And they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
So there's people on the earth that hate God. But you have people to say that everybody love God. You understand? But there's people on the earth that are enemies to God and that hate God. Come on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
They said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. So they go right back to what we just saw. They all were Confederate against. They all agreed to put the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans into slavery and didn't benefit from it.
That's right.
Keep reading.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's why we don't call ourselves Israel no more these last days. You call yourself black, African American, Native American, Haitians, Jamaicans. Read.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate.
They are what?
Confederate against thee.
You see that? They are confederate against God, which also make them confederate against his people, the children of Israel. You understand? So when you read about the Confederates, these Jewish people, Amalek, the so-called white man, they are Confederate against us. Understand that thing is written in the scriptures, so don't be fooled.
That's right. That's right. And it's important because you heard where they talked about South Carolina. Well, remember, Jamestown was supposed to be the first established spot where slaves were brought in, and that was supposed to be the King James. So they say. Jamestown, right?
Can we read the top verse of verse 6?
Yeah.
So we can see who the number one enemy that's Confederate against God's
my
people.
bad. I thought you was that.
The tabernacles of Edom.
You see that? That's the so-called white man. That's the number one enemy of God that is Confederate against the children of Israel.
That's right.
But as you continue to read down, all the nations came against the children of Israel and were Confederate under one consent against the Israelites.
That's right.
That's all I got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, yeah, let's play the video. Let's play the video.
Hey, before you play the video, I see somebody commenting on the commentary, Reformer. He said Jesse Jackson was cast out in hell real quick. Brother, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. The man passed, just let the family mourn. We are not here making mockery of men, of elderly men, whether they're in the truth or not.
Right.
Just stay away from that. Leave them alone. Let them mourn. All right? And we not rejoice over the fall of our own. So don't do that.
Right.
We are not doing that.
Right.
Yep.
Whether they're in the truth or not. You got to be respectful.
Yep. That's just, I won't.
Only black people do that. Only niggas do that.
Niggas.
That's
what niggas do.
Yeah.
We don't do that. All right?
Acting like he didn't know what he know now. If he know anything.
Right.
You hiding under the name Reformer. We don't even know if you know anything.
Right.
So stop being so zealous, man, to cut your own people down, Jason. Hey, shout out to Darren Crockett. Darren Crockett, 8849 for
That's
the super
right.
chat.
Come on.
Yes, sir. All praises to the Father.
Little
Hey,
Queen
Reformer, follow
Synagogue.
your brothers, man. Follow your brothers, man. Do something positive, bro.
T-Hall, KK1.
Come on.
That's
Come
right.
on. Andrew Jones, 3741.
That's right.
Hey, super chat blowing up. All praises.
All praises. All praises. All right, so let's let the video play. We getting into the voting part, but we digging deeper into the history.
Right.
Go ahead.
Georgia has a fascinating history as the last of the 13 original American colonies, founded in 1733 by James Oglethorpe as a place for debtors and the poor.
Pause.
So
Georgia was founded as a place for debtors, meaning people that owed money, and people that didn't have no money.
What the hell is this?
Right? That's very interesting. Of the 13 colonies,
right,
you have debtors. They're like, okay, y'all couldn't pay your way over there. We're going to bring you over into this new country. Now, you couldn't pay your way over here. You came here to this country. How did they come up?
That's a good question.
Wow.
That's a good question.
Wow. You brought debtors over here and stole land and then stole other people to build your land to get you out of debt.
Right.
But you tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps.
That alone lets you know this quote-unquote debt that they be talking about, the only way they know how to fix debt is by oppressing us.
Yes. Yes. The only way. All right, let it play. My bad, y'all. My bad.
During the American Revolution, Georgia joined the fight for independence from Britain. It later became a center of agriculture, especially for cotton, relying heavily on enslaved labor. During the Civil War, Georgia was a key Confederate state and witnessed General Sherman's devastating march to the sea. Today, Georgia is known for its historical landmarks, from Civil War sites to civil rights heritage, and as a modern hub of culture and business in the South. Georgia is a fast...
You said a lot of cotton, huh?
A lot of cotton. A lot of agriculture. They said it was slavery involved in it.
Yeah.
Now, we hear how Georgia was built. So you think that those Jews that went into early Georgia didn't partake
That's a good
in that money?
Nah, they said only their cousins and associates. And
Right.
friends.
It wasn't us. Well, we just read Jewish Confederate.
Right.
That was an excellent book that you brought. Because the Jewish Confederate tells us that they became the Confederate soldiers to fight for what they had.
Right.
So I don't know. All right, so so now let's go to some more of the history. And there's a lot of scriptures that can come out, brothers. So let's get it in. Is that the first one at the top of that section? Okay. It says it starts with, yes, It should say yes.
General James.
Okay. Yeah, make sure we can see that top part, y'all.
Yes. Scroll down. Y'all need to scroll down so
yeah,
the
we
viewers
can't
will be
see,
able
we
to see
can't
it.
see
We
that
can't
top
see it up
line.
here. There we go.
There we go. All right. All right. So let's read about General James Oglethorpe and who he brought into Georgia.
Yes, General James Oglethorpe played a key role in allowing the first Jewish settlers to come to Georgia in 1733.
So the establishment of Georgia had a lot of Amalekites. Go ahead.
When a group of Jewish refugees arrived from Brazil.
Wait. Jewish refugee? Huh?
Coming from Brazil?
Huh? Bruh. Keep going.
When a group of Jewish refugees arrived from Brazil after being expelled by the Portuguese, Oglethorpe welcomed them, recognizing their skills and the benefits they could bring to the new colony, especially in areas like medicine and trade.
Okay.
One notable story is that Dr. Samuel Nuns, a Jewish physician, treated Oglethorpe for a disease which helped secure the settlers' acceptance. So while he didn't specifically recruit Jews, his policies of religious tolerance made Georgia a safe haven for them when other colonies might have barred them.
Hold up. So they're saying other colonies barred Jews. That's interesting. Is that all for this page? Let's go to the next page. So let's look at these settlers.
So Oglethorpe was just a nice guy, man. Somebody helped clean
Just
his
an all-around
wounds.
great guy, Wiley.
He alive.
Gee golly wee, Wiley.
We've got religious tolerance over here.
Hey, y'all.
Scroll a little bit to the left.
Yeah, this stuff is off of the page,
cut off.
y'all. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Man.
There we can see it on the bottom.
All right. Go ahead.
While Oglethorpe welcomed Jewish settlers, number one, practical needs of the colony. Georgia was a new, struggling colony, and Oglethorpe wanted skilled settlers to help it survive.
So, wait. So they brought in these dudes who were known to do nothing, and these were your skilled settlers? Okay.
And they got expelled from a country before.
Right. Keep going.
The Jewish refugees brought commercial and professional skills like trade, agriculture, and medicine that the colony badly needed.
Now, help me out. It doesn't say that they farmed. Trade has nothing to do with building structure. So if this is a brand new colony, who was building the houses? Who was plowing the fields? And then you're saying that they knew medicine, meaning they already had some medical training. These were already doctors.
Right.
But you're saying these are refugees and poor folks.
And then they got cast out of Brazil?
They got cast out of Brazil.
If you a doctor, you know medicine, why would they get rid of you?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't line up to me. Let's keep going.
Number two, religious tolerance philosophy. Oglethorpe's charter emphasized freedom of religion with some limits. Examples, no Catholics.
Wait a minute. So you could be everything but a Catholic. But he was with King George. Okay. Let's keep going.
He saw pragmatic and moral value in welcoming competent settlers regardless of faith, especially if they could strengthen Georgia's economy and defense. Wonder what they needed the defense for.
Well, at that time, you know, they were fighting, they were stealing from Gad. They were stealing from your folks.
Come on.
Yeah, they were stealing from your folks.
They said, we need some help over here.
Right. They was getting their butts kicked in Florida. Remember, the Seminoles wasn't playing that. And a lot of those in South Carolina, North Carolina, they wasn't playing that either.
Keep going. Financial and practical support provided.
So now these poor,
in debt.
Yeah, in debt people, what did they receive?
Land allocation.
So they were given land when they came.
Crazy.
Okay.
Each able settler, including the Jewish refugees, was eligible for 50 acres of land for farming and residence.
Wait a minute.
That's a lot.
Wait a minute. What about Gad?
Ain't that the same thing that they promised Negroes?
That's what they promised Negroes.
They got 10
It's like
40 acres.
40 acres in the mule.
Yeah, that's what they promised. Yeah.
Supplies and tools. Oglethorpe's administration provided seed, tools, and basic provisions for the first year to help them establish farms or businesses. Exemption from debt.
So they were exempt from debt.
That sounds like what's going on today.
Denied.
Interesting. Okay, go ahead.
Unlike many poor settlers sent from England, the Jewish refugees were exempt from debtor issues. They weren't considered charity cases, and they could participate in trade immediately. So they didn't call them welfare babies.
Nope.
Wait a minute.
To this day.
So these refugees that got kicked out of Brazil, air quotes, came to America, got free land, got seeds, got tools, were given the opportunity to build businesses, and they could immediately engage in trade. This don't make sense to me. It don't sound like a people that's struggling.
Right, not paying any debt.
The hell is this?
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Protection and legal rights. They were legally allowed to practice their religion and engage in commerce, giving them stability in the new colony.
So they had financial stability. No, they didn't pay no taxes. They got free land.
Tools.
But the poor Jews, though, Poor Jews.
Right.
6,000 of them.
Right.
All right, keep going, keep going. We're going somewhere, y'all. We're going somewhere. We're getting to the voter part.
You say how many of them?
Well, 6 million Jews. I'm just going into the number they always flashed.
Yeah.
No matter where you go.
Put some respect on that number. 6 million.
Yeah. 6 million Jews.
Dummy.
All right, go ahead.
No large plantations initially.
Wait a damn minute.
The hell is this?
So they came here, they got free land, they were doctors, they were able to open businesses, and they were open to trade. They could practice their religion or what they believed openly and legally. And they had what?
No large plantations initially.
So you mean these was the plantation owners?
Wow.
Only a few of them. Got to remember, only a few of them.
So the plantation owners was the Jewish
The hell is this?
Okay.
You sure?
Because the poor people, now everybody was given the 50 acres of land. But the other people were poor. They said the ones that they bought from Europe. But the ones they bought from Brazil was doctors, and
they didn't have to pay that debt that the land was basically made for.
Right. They were trade. So they came here with money.
So everything is plus for them. I don't know what you call it in economics. Maybe you got one of these economic brothers. Everything they did was in the black.
Everything was in the black.
In the black. Yeah.
Everything was in the black.
That's why they be wearing the blacks. That black.
So read it. Georgia's early charter.
Georgia's early charter, influenced by Oglethorpe, forbade slavery and limits on land accumulation, specifically to prevent the creation of huge plantations. This applied to all settlers, including Jewish families. It wasn't until mid to late 18th century, after slavery was legalized in Georgia, that large plantations with crops like rice and indigo became common.
So when I read in the book, the book on Oglethorpe, they were the rice plantation owners. They were the sugar cane. They were what else is over? Tobacco. They were the plantation owners of all of those. But when they came, they didn't know how to deal with the marshes. So the Native Americans and the slaves being brought in from Africa did understand. So they used them to show them how to build all of that, which is how Georgia became a powerhouse at all and eventually became the 13th colony. That's how Georgia was established.
Right.
Hey, shout out to ATL. Shout out to ATL. We love you guys' history, man. Excellent history.
Hey, so what I'm gathering from this is that the so-called Jewish man, he was able to get an economic boost. He was able to get land that was given to him. He was able to get tools that was donated to him for a year without paying any taxes or debts, right?
Right.
All for him to establish some type of economic gain.
Right.
And then a little bit later came the slave labor. So you continue with that gain, so you'll be able to establish some type of monetary benefits for your lineage, right? And so now, even until today, our people think that these plantations are not still owned by these same people,
right?
To this day,
by the lineage of these slave masters, and then they still oppress us because they'll take us through 4-step job interviews and then deny us because they don't like our haircut.
Right.
And think that this oppression and the things that they have already established isn't in effect until today because we reading this from centuries ago. You out your mind.
His name's got too many syllables.
Yeah, his name got too many syllables or we don't want him on the team. We don't like his haircut.
He said, Ozai Girion, get him out of here.
Right. Right.
Right.
All right. So let's read down some more.
This applied to all settlers, including Jewish families roll later. That's why we left off. Some descendants eventually became involved in commerce and land holding.
So the descendants, their children and their children's children.
But most did not operate the large slave-driven plantations.
Gotta keep throwing that in there, don't they?
Hey, raise it up, brothers.
Yeah, we're looking at that.
Yeah, come on.
There we go.
Keep up with us, BT. Come on, man.
Some descendants eventually became involved in commerce and landholding, but most did not operate the large slave-driven plantations that dominated the Southern economy later.
That's a lie. Go ahead.
Their strength was more in medicine, trade, and small-scale agriculture, which helped Savannah survive in the early years.
Oh, God. Oh, God. And now, so let's read some of a concise list of some of these main families.
So
the next page.
Want me to just read the numbers or at the top as well?
Yeah. Read the.
Here's a concise list of the.
Hey, BT, start frustrating officer, man. Come on, man. Start frustrating the brother.
Hey, whoever y'all got over there doing it, man, y'all switch out. Put somebody with some experience on, because y'all tripping right now.
Here's a concise list of the main Jewish families in colonial Georgia known to have become slave owners or operated plantations. Number 1, the Minnies family. Among the earliest Jewish settlers in Savannah.
Where?
Among the earliest Jewish settlers in Savannah.
Ain't this where Oglethorpe's people were?
Right. Earlier.
Amalek.
Right.
Earlier.
Ain't this the Jewish
Settler.
people they brought in?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. These are the Jewish people he brought in. So they kicked him out because they, again, supposedly, I don't trust them, but they saying that he wasn't with it. They was with it, so they kicked him out and was like, look, man, let's get this party started, bro. They went all in. Go ahead.
Became substantial landlords.
Substantial landowners.
And owned enslaved Africans to work their properties.
So those Jewish settlers that came into Savannah, Georgia, who they said did not have many plantations, here it says substantial landowners.
Hold up.
I hope y'all black Christian pastors is paying attention.
Right.
Because these are the same ones that y'all like to go over there and make an agreement or a covenant with and come back and teach their doctrine in your church.
Right.
Get that money from. These are the same people that enslaved your ancestors.
Right.
They about to start campaigning for him here in a second.
Yeah.
Number 2, the De Leon family. Early Jewish merchants and landlords who also landholders who also held enslaved people for labor and economic purposes.
Hey, when you look at that name, it's De Leon. Somebody's gonna see that name and be like, "Oh, that's a French family."
Gotta be French.
You gotta be French. De Leon.
Yeah.
That's Jewish. Just like the 5 families, one of them is DuPont, and most of them are Jewish. No, that's the stuff we're talking about today. So many Jews, and Bishop did a class long time ago about that. He said about how Jewish people always change their names to make it look like they are other Edomites.
Right.
But hold on, y'all are not white people.
Right.
Y'all don't look like white people.
Right.
But why change your name to white people and then it will be hard to tell the difference?
Right.
Because you're the same people.
Same people.
All right. Y'all are not done all these other white people because one thing with Amalek or Jewish is when they hate their fellow Amalek or Edomite, they will call them what? Amalek. You Amalek.
Yes.
That video you played.
Yes, right.
You Amalek.
Right.
No, all of you Amalek. What's wrong with you?
Right. All right, what's the next one?
Number 3, the Solomon or Solomon family. Active in Savannah's commerce, some members owned enslaved Africans in the late 18th century. Just some, though.
Just some. Now, remember, the 18th century is the 1700s.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of y'all young kids don't study. Yeah, I know. 18 means 17. 19 means 18. 20 means 19.
You confusing officer.
I lost them. My bad. My bad. All right, go ahead, man.
The Sheftall family.
That is not no Amalekite name. Sheftall? The Sheftall family. Go ahead.
Prominent Jewish merchants, records indicate, Records indicate ownership of enslaved individuals in Savannah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So now there's a next one. Let's see. I want to skip because I don't want to go through. So go to number 5. Just go straight to number 5.
Hey, I wanna bring a scripture out
Yes,
because
sir.
what we're reading here is total dominance of these nations over the children of Israel.
Yes.
That's exactly what we're reading.
Yes.
Read Genesis chapter 27. Let's go to verse 38. Let's go to the forefather. All right, where white people came from. I'm talking about Amalek Jewish people. This is your forefather right here, not Jacob.
Right.
Jacob y'all don't have anything to do with Jacob. Jacob have nothing to do with you.
Right.
Esau here is your how they say it, is your ancestor.
Yes.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
He did what?
Lifted up his voice and wept.
He lifted up his voice and he cried. Sorted it with tears. Go on.
And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
So, the blessing that Isaac gave to Esau is what?
Thy dwelling.
Hold on. He said that what?
Dwelling.
You're settling. You're going to be a settler.
Come on.
He's letting you know he's going to be a settler. You want to see what that means? Go up to Jacob's blessing, verse 28.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 28. Therefore, God give thee.
Stop. You see the difference? God gave Jacob the earth. But Esau will be a dweller, meaning what? A settler.
Right.
Esau is going to be that thief. That thief Christ was speaking about in John 10, that's Esau.
A stranger.
That's why they so in cahoots with this squatter law. Because they are the original squatters.
Right. Vagabond ass.
It's embedded in your spirit.
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures told us in Sirach 10, Sirach 10, Sirach 12 verse 10, don't set them by yourself. Because he will go from a settler to taking over everything.
In your living room.
To your living, take everything from you like they tried to do to the king of Persia.
Yeah.
Right.
In the book of Esther.
Right.
It's embedded in your spirit. The spirit in them is not upright. Next thing, they start coveting fields. Your wife, your children, their clothes, everything, even the teeth, even their organs, even their womb, even their what's it called? Placenta when they give birth. They want everything.
They want that melanin too.
The plasma, everything.
Yes. That's their spirit. That's just how they are.
Where is that? Would they not have? Is that in Obadiah?
Yes, Obadiah said that.
Yeah, in Obadiah.
But go back to verse
38.
Verse 39.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 39. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Who was the fatness of the earth given to? Jacob. It was given to us, but because of sin, that's why we lost it. Because what? Remember during the dark ages. Remember during the dark ages, we allowed them to sit by us.
Right.
That's always a mistake we always make. Right. That's why when the Lord delivered us from Egypt, He told us to wipe out all the heathens. We always let them amongst ourselves. When we with the temple, He said, "Don't let the heathens into the temple." Message. We always do what we want because we want to all be all inclusive.
Right.
That's black people for you.
Right.
We want to always be all inclusive.
Right.
And He always comes to bite us in the behind.
Yes.
Genesis chapter 6. That's what it was. All inclusive.
Right.
We always have that spirit of all-inclusive. Now that the Lord is bringing us back in His last days, we have Israel united in Christ, and they come up to camp sometimes to want to guilt us. Why y'all have only black people in your church? And they see that it doesn't work. Where is the women? Shut up.
Right.
What does that have to do with you?
Right.
What you need our women for?
Right.
Freak ass.
Vagabond?
Yeah.
Right.
Go back, read what you got, verse 39.
Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
He's everywhere. Everywhere the children of Israel is, black, Hispanic, and Native American is, they're going to go there. See, one thing you're going to understand is Esau can never be by themselves. They can never be by themselves. I'm going to say this. They cannot be with any other nation but us. We are their lifeline.
Right.
You think it's a coincidence that Christopher Columbus had to sail years to come over here?
Bring it out.
There's something just inside them that we live rent-free their brains.
Right, right.
They just can't leave us alone.
I'm saying, man, if I could real quick.
Say something.
It's an Edomite boy in one of my classes. I mean, he the devil the Bible speak of. One of the other teachers has called him the spawn of Satan. An Edomite woman called him the spawn of Satan. Look, this little dude, he ain't been able to come to my class in months. And meanwhile, we at the end of school. This kid came back about a week ago. He been chill. He been sitting by himself. It was just yesterday. He went over to another seat where two Issacharites is sitting at, and he just started pushing the table against them. I'm like, why did he been good for a whole week? Why did he just go over there and start causing trouble? And they looking at me like, hey, this not me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to separate all of y'all. But that's what you just saying. It's like we live free up in their mind, and they just can't help it.
Even the smallest, like you just said, imp, the spawn, even the sperm of Esau.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Right.
There's a reason why we built all this Black Wall Street and they had to go destroy it.
Yeah.
They want us to come in. We didn't let them in. No, we got to bring them into where they can't. It's just within them. But keep going.
And Isaac, his father, and by verse 40. The book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
So he said Esau will live by his sword. Guns. Like they have today. All of them didn't have all kinds of ammunition, guns. Back then was literal sword. Today was guns. Now you start going into missiles, atomic bombs.
Drones.
Now they've grown to nuclear bombs. Go on.
And shalt serve thy brother.
They shall serve. That's what happened during the Dark Ages. It happened also during the time of King Solomon. Go on.
And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion.
When Esau will have the dominion. Go on.
That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
So Esau was unleashed like a dragon, unleashed like a Satan spawn that he is.
Right.
All right. Now you break forth during the Dark Ages. You see that picture Bishop Howard always put in his class, or Bishop, where we have us in castles. And you have those cavemen, all those cave hairy men with red hair, with spears coming against us. All of that, when you go deeper into the history, it has everything to do with similar stuff that Haman tried to do to the Persians, but with us, it succeeded.
Right.
Because they broke off the chain of them being under us.
Yeah.
And they were able to what? Overthrow us.
Right.
Go on.
Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob.
And Esau did what?
Hated Jacob.
Esau hated Jacob. That's the perpetual hatred. It came from their father because what? Everything that the Lord gave us, they wanted it.
Right.
Now they are moving. We are, and some of them don't even know, but majority of them know. It's in their spirit like we are the firstborn. We're supposed to own all the stuff that you all have. It was supposed to be ours, not yours.
Right.
And that's what you see, when they have dominion, that's what you see. What we just going through is them taking over. When they came over here, they took over everything.
Yes.
Dominion. They took over all the lands and divided into all these families that we just reading about.
Yeah.
They didn't have to purchase the land. They ain't had to vote for the land.
Right.
They just came in and here you go. You get 50 acres.
Yeah.
You get 50 acres. You get 50 acres.
But they're gonna tell black men you gotta go tie your boots and go to work.
Right, with no boots.
We came into this country without nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Really.
Yeah.
And look at us. We worked so hard to get. No. You stole everything you had.
Yep.
Right.
And that's so us looking at, because remember, we don't care about voting and politicians and stuff. What we want y'all to see is where all of this stemmed from. All of this grew from somewhere, and y'all are voting for your enemies. Ain't none of them good. These are the descendants of these same people that sit in these positions now. Y'all crazy as hell.
Right.
All right, go to number 5 real quick. Go to number 5 real quick. Because now I just want to look at some of the members, the Jewish, I hate to even call them that, the Amalekite members of Congress, the early ones. Number 5.
19th century Jewish members of the U.S. Congress.
And I just touched a couple of them.
Number 2, Louis Charles Levin, U.S. House, 1845 to 1851. He was the first Jewish member elected to the U.S. of House of Representatives. Represented Pennsylvania, elected on the Know-Nothing Native American ticket.
So he was elected on the Know-Nothing Native American ticket. We're gonna come back and we're gonna look at what that know nothing means.
Can't be good.
Can't be good. Know nothing. All right, go to that Wikipedia on him. Click that Wikipedia link. Yes, it's actually. Yeah, there it is. All right. So go to early life. Let's look at early life. Hold on, go back to the top real quick because I want y'all to see something. Read that top piece because this is another lie that they like to tell. Read that top piece. Let's see what he did.
Louis Charles Levin.
Raise it up, brother, so we can see the. Come on, y'all. Go ahead.
Louis Charles Levin was an American politician, newspaper editor.
Wait. He was an American politician and a what?
Newspaper editor.
So he was already in media.
Huh.
Message.
He was already in media.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
And anti-Catholic social activist.
Uh-huh.
He was one of the founders of the American Party in 1842 and served as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives, representing Pennsylvania's 1st Congressional District from 1845 to 1851. Levin was the second person of Jewish descent elected to the United States Congress after David Levy Yulee.
Well, and these jokers are some mess. We're going to read a little bit about them. Yeah, read that.
Levin supported the nativist Americanism.
Nativist Americanism. What is nativist Americanism?
That's a good question.
Keep reading.
Ideology espoused by some Northern Protestants at the expense of Catholics.
So wait a minute. He couldn't stand Catholics. Oh, but he blended in perfectly and assimilated with the Protestants.
Right.
Who are the Protestants today? Black Christians. The Black Christian church is mainly Protestants. Protestants, Lutherans, and Methodists. Damn! Keep going.
He was a dynamic orator on temperance and political issues. However, many of his speeches spread xenophobia. Levin played a leading role in exciting the Philadelphia nativist riots, which led to the killing of 20 Irish Americans.
All right, let's jump down to early life.
Xenophobia, that's not a black word either.
No, that's not.
I think it means hatred.
Come on now, dog.
Let's see where Levin is from.
Early life and education. Levin was born on November 10th, 1808, in Charleston, South Carolina.
So he came off of them early plantations that brought in the early slaves.
Wow.
That ended up dealing with the other Amalekites that came into Georgia that influenced them. Slavery is the way to go.
I thought he tilled the ground, broke sweat and blood to make all the riches they have. Wow.
Right. That's what they say. That's what they say.
Right.
Go ahead.
Levin was born in November 10th, 1808 in Charleston, South Carolina to Jewish parents who had immigrated from England.
Wait a minute. They immigrated from England.
Bring it out! Jewish people in England?
Jewish people from England?
So hold on. Jewish people from England. And I know it was the British that first came over here with the first couple of colonies.
Right.
Was it 13?
What did he say?
Oh, and then they spoke about them being pilgrims, being pilgrims who were being attacked by smallpox, who were over there in England.
Fleeing persecution.
Who cannot shower, who cannot even do dirty. So am I to understand that those pilgrims are Amalek?
Boom.
That's why they're being destroyed and burnt on the stake with their books. Maybe it was the Talmud books. Everything is adding up.
Everything is adding up. So these are politicians. We're going into voting, y'all. Keep going.
He attended South Carolina College, later the University of South Carolina, but appears to have left without a degree. He worked in a dry goods store in Columbia and became a schoolmaster in Cincinnati, Ohio.
How did he not get a degree, but he became a schoolmaster?
That's crazy.
What the hell is this?
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Money.
Keep going.
He briefly taught school in Woodville, Mississippi.
Wait a minute. So he was in Mississippi?
Teaching with no education.
With no education. Uh-huh.
But left town after being wounded in a duel.
Because you know they can't fight.
I want to know who the other person is.
Right.
Who whooped these men's ass behind?
Right.
I want to know.
They had to leave
somebody do a research. Who whooped his ass?
Who whooped him?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Levin lived in Vicksburg, Mississippi.
He was in Mississippi.
Nashville, Tennessee.
He was in Tennessee.
And Baltimore, Maryland.
Wait a minute.
He was
So
a
he
traveler.
spent the whole thing.
Yeah, money to move around, huh?
Go ahead.
He began to refer to himself as L.C. Levin,
Esquire,
and practice law, but it is not clear
Began to refer to himself.
Self-proclaimed.
Yes.
Self-proclaimed. He ain't got to do anything about it.
Imposter.
You don't know nothing.
All I need is a little hat on my head.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's me ordaining myself.
Yeah.
Little hat.
He became L.C. Levin Esquire, which means he was a lawyer. But he didn't even graduate college. Keep going.
And practice law, but it is not clear what legal training he received or if he passed the bar.
He didn't pass no bar. You already told us he didn't graduate nothing. What bar did he pass, bruh? He ain't passed no bar.
Yo.
All right. Before we go to the break, go to the next one, and then we'll come out. Go to number 6. Then we'll come back.
Hey, they do the same when it comes to real estate. You know, they name themselves land acquisition experts.
Yes.
Right when they come and take your land from you.
Yes.
You know?
Now, this is the guy before him. This is Yulee. Let's see how Yulee acted.
David Levy Yulee, U.S. Senate, 1845 to 1851 and 1855 to 1861. The first Jew to serve in the U.S. Senate, though he later married outside Judaism and did not practice.
So he didn't even believe what his people believe. Yet he's the people of the book, right?
Right.
Interesting. So he married outside. Didn't the Bible tell us not to marry?
Right.
If she's a pagan, what are you marrying her for? You can't deal with her. Keep going, though.
Represented Florida.
Wait, he represented Florida. Represented Florida. Is that all on this one? Let's go to the Wikipedia. So let's look at Yulee. Let's look at Yulee. Because Yulee is not an Amalekite name. It's not your typical Amalekite name.
I don't think this one was tagged.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is.
And even with him saying that he didn't practice, that's really him adopting another identity, him trying to go incognito so he can get away with all his evil and things like that, and it not necessarily trace back to him being
I just tagged it there, brothers. That was my fault. I just put that link in there. All right.
Sigh of relief from BT.
Yeah. Hey, but you know, when we wrong, we'll admit it, though. We'll admit we're wrong. Yeah, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. All right, so let's see about David Levy Yulee.
David Levy Yulee was an American politician and attorney who served as the senator from Florida.
So what I want you to see, what I'm trying to show is paint the picture to show you all of these guys were Southern. They ended up moving north, but all of these guys were Southern.
Right.
Go ahead.
Who served as senator from Florida immediately before the American Civil War. He also founded the Florida Railroad Company and served as president of several other rail companies, earning him the nickname of Father of Florida Railroads.
Wait a minute.
hell is this?
That's crazy.
But these people that came in were so poor, so downtrodden. They got kicked out of Brazil. They had nothing. Everybody should feel sorry for them. But they became your politicians. They became your railroad guys.
CEOs.
They became, CEOs, your lawyers. How did this happen? Keep going.
Yulee was born on the island of St. Thomas.
So he's from the Caribbean where the rum and all of that was going on. Now, that means that if he was in the island of St. Thomas, he came from a Dutch family. He's one of the Dutch slaveholders, a descendant of them. They're not paying attention because they're always saying that the Jews had nothing to do with that. But what were you doing in St. Thomas, bruh?
Right.
Are we talking about the same Dutch dynasty, the same Dutch people that set up and never leave? They post up and never left in South Africa.
Yes.
And started apartheid.
Yes.
Come on.
That destroyed many of our people.
Same people. Keep going.
Then under British control to a Sephardic Jewish family. His father was a trader from Morocco, and his mother, also of Sephardi descent, was born in St. Eustatius and raised in St. Thomas. The family moved to Florida when he was a child. He later served as Florida's territorial delegate to Congress.
Now, who were they taking territory from?
That's a good question.
They're taking territory from the Seminoles, which we know biblically as Reuben.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yulee was the first person of Jewish ancestry elected to the United States House of Representatives, as well as the first elected to the United States Senate. He added Yulee, the name of a Moroccan ancestor, to his name soon after his 1846 marriage to Nancy Christian Wycliffe, daughter of ex-governor Charles A. Wycliffe of Kentucky.
So his father-in-law was the governor of Kentucky. Go ahead.
Though Yulee converted to Christianity.
Wait, he did what?
Converted to Christianity.
Wait. A Jewish politician is now touting himself to be a Christian politician.
The hell is this?
These do shapeshifters.
Huh.
They all swallowed up. And you wonder why America is a Christian country.
Yes. So your Jewish politician converted to Christian politician, changed his last name to a Moroccan trader's name, and now you don't know that you voting for Amalek.
Come on, man.
You don't know. Go ahead.
Became an Episcopalian and raised his children as Christian. He encountered anti-Semitism throughout his career.
How? He ain't believe in it. How you gonna experience something you don't even believe in, bruh?
They not coining you father of Florida if you experience an anti-Semitism all the time.
The hell is this?
All right, go ahead.
Yulee was in favor of slavery.
Wait. So the Amalekite, the Jewish politician who was rich as hell, that changed his name to a Moroccan name, denounced everything to do with Jewishness, became a Episcopalian. A lot of you Negroes is Episcopalians. An Episcopalian Christian senator. Wow. Interesting. And he believed he was in favor of slavery and the secession of Florida.
That's a cut.
Go ahead.
His fortune came from a sugarcane plantation on the Homosassa River. And his antebellum railroads were largely built by slave labor.
Cut.
The what? It says the what?
What you talking about?
It says the
antebellum.
In his antebellum. What in the movie called Antebellum?
Yeah.
And our sister was enslaved in that movie. Our people was enslaved in that movie.
Right. This is all showing that the politicians that you deal with today are the descendants of the politicians that were established at the foundation of America.
That makes sense with some of these videos. I know some of our viewers, they might have seen these videos. It'd be people that go into these government buildings, House Representatives, Senate, so on and so forth, and they'll catch people on their way out or in, and they'll ask them, hey, are you America first or Israel first? And then they won't say nothing. They look like you really pulled a gun out on them, really.
Right.
And they're like, why y'all American politicians? Why won't y'all just say America first?
Yeah.
It's because they all Amalek.
They all Amalek. All of them are Amalek. Don't get it twisted. Hey, Robin 0156 Israel, we appreciate the super chat. We appreciate you greatly. Let's finish this out so we can go to break.
After the Civil War, he was in prison at Fort Paluski for 9 months for aiding the escape of Confederate President Jefferson Davis. After being pardoned by President Andrew Johnson, he returned to his Florida Railroad interests and other business ventures. In 2000, he was recognized as a great Floridian by the state.
All right.
The hell is
so
this?
We're going to come back, and now we've got to dive into the voting portion. What we did is lay the foundation for y'all to see where all of this, the politics and the politicians, where it all started at, all right? Y'all are tuned in to In the Scripts.
Reloaded.
We'll be right back.
The majors watch. The majors watch. The majors watch.
crazy, go crazy. So if you bring it in, so if you bring it in the baseline.
Shalom family, we are excited to announce the brand new IUIC Shifra and Pua Maternal Support Specialist Doula program. Doulas are changing the future of maternal health, and we need more sisters trained, prepared, and ready to make an impact.
Families need trusted support during pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, yet access to skilled and competent doulas in the body remains limited. Doulas play a critical role in improving birth experiences, strengthening family confidence, and advocating for care.
This comprehensive training equips sisters with the education and hands-on skills needed to support families. If you feel called to the rewarding field of birth work, this is your step. The need is urgent, the work is meaningful, and the impact lasts a lifetime.
Email doulas@israelunite.org for more information regarding registration.
On the road, everybody knows we doing alright. Yeah, on the road, everybody knows. Now tell me you know it, know it. We be on the road, can't stop. Hey, yeah, bounce with me now.
Hi, my name is Jamal. Since 1960, nothing's changed. I'm still living in poverty, worse than before.
Hi, my name is Ku. Things have not changed. My son was killed by police and my other son was lynched last summer at college.
Hi, my name is Ray. I've been voting for 52 years. Nothing has changed in my life.
Hi, my name is Sarah. Since 1960, nothing's changed.
Hi, my name is Barry. Things have gotten worse. I see black men lost, black women lost, marriages falling apart, and leaders who have failed us.
Hi, my name is Brian. Our communities need strong, honest white leadership in politics and white religion to help us thrive and succeed in America. Our head.
Hey, we're back. Hey, I pray y'all were paying attention to what was going on in that short movie. Donate. Come on. Donate. We taking this across the four corners of the earth, man.
That's right.
Taking it across the four corners of the earth. Yeah. All right, so now let's build into it. Because now we see that the politicians, we see that the plantation owners, we see that the Confederate soldiers, we see that your sheriffs and so forth, these were all Amalek.
Jewish people.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sorry. And if you watch our first episode, the part one last week, you can also find out that Christopher Columbus was also Jewish man.
Right. That's right.
All right. With all the atrocity, with all his Epstein Act stuff he was doing in the islands,
Yes.
kidnapping children, buying children, raping children, all that stuff that you're hearing about today in rumor with Epstein file, he was the original Epstein.
Original Epstein. Okay, so we got to go through this kind of fast. So when you're reading this, Professor, I want you to read through it a little fast because they swear that they have no power in government. It's a lie.
The hell is this?
What this shows, in the 19th century, American Jews began holding public office at both the federal and state levels.
So they were not just some people that didn't have money, barely owned anything or any of that. That's a lie. Go ahead.
Entered the U.S. House of Representatives as early as 1845. Entered the U.S. Senate in the same decade with Yulee, followed by Jonas. Participated in local and state roles. Including sheriffs.
They were sheriffs.
Port officials.
So they dealt with the ships that were coming in and out of the country.
That trade that you were talking about.
Judges. So by the time you get around to the black codes and the Jim Crow laws, it was them sitting in offices.
And they ain't had no education to get there.
None. Go ahead.
And municipal leaders.
So everything y'all voting for is descendants of them.
Damn.
This is what's happening historically, and y'all are too stupid to see it. We up here every week trying to get y'all to understand it's a trick bag, man. Read that.
Been niggas.
Oh, God. Mordecai M. Levy, South Carolina State Legislature.
He was from where?
South Carolina.
So he was from South Carolina.
Levy served in the South Carolina legislature and was active in local political life during the 1830s.
So remember, they said as early as the 1845. Well, this is 1830. We see them coming in 1732, 1733. So all of that's lies. They don't want to give exact numbers to prove that they was here ahead of time in them positions. Go ahead.
His office represented Kershaw County in the South Carolina legislature from 1834 to 1838. Other roles, served as a sheriff and was editor of the local newspaper.
Wait, media again? So not only was he law, but he was in charge of what you read every day to feed your mind. Go ahead.
Editor of the local newspaper, Camden Commercial Courier, where he voiced political positions.
So all he did was push their ideology on the people.
Propaganda, huh?
Propaganda.
Hey BT, I sent you a picture because we just read, you just mentioned something also. He said they served as sheriff. And that's like the second time you're ready today. I sent a picture, BT. Pay attention. Look at the yellow page. I need you to take what you see there and post it. ASAP. They be showing you. They've been showing you. They've been showing you. They have the ensign. They've been showing you all these time. We just not paying attention.
Wow.
They're going, officer.
Go ahead.
Let's see. We can scroll down. Yep. Other roles. Oh, nope. The next one.
Yeah, whatever the next one is.
Political alignment. Scroll down. Political alignment. Levy opposed abolitionist efforts.
He was against people that were trying to break slavery.
Right.
He was against people stopping slavery.
Bruh.
But these people have no part in slavery, right? Candace Owens, come on.
Only some of them.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
Levy opposed abolitionist efforts from the North and generally voiced conservative Southern positions in his paper.
Next one.
Raphael J. Moses.
These names, boy.
Georgia advocate and Confederate officer. Moses was engaged in Georgia.
He was a what?
Confederate officer.
He was a Confederate officer.
There we go.
So he was there. He was a Georgia advocate and a Confederate officer. He is a descendant of them groups that came in 1733. Go ahead.
Moses was engaged in Georgia politics and agriculture before and during the Civil War.
What you think the agriculture was? He owned a plantation. Read it.
His role. Plantation owner and attorney in Columbus, Georgia. Leading advocate of Georgia's secession.
They wanted to break away from the U.S. so that they could own slaves and kill them in peace.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Civil War. Served as chief commissary officer for Confederate forces and was involved in Confederate logistics. Party politics. Generally aligned with Southern pro-secession Democratic politics of the period.
Wait a minute. So he was a Democrat. Negroes love to vote Democrat.
Message.
But now we see them flipping to Republican. Well, we began to see the move of Amalek from Democrat to Republican. Now, they sat on both sides.
They're both sides.
Yeah. But you see a shift that begins to happen. And it talks about it in Oglethorpe's book that as they saw that there was an opportunity for financial or economical gain and stability, that they began thinking or leaning more Republican because the Republicans were all about business and money.
Right.
Damn! So they started leaning. So they sat on both sides, but it's crazy when you and I hate that I didn't have the book. Go ahead.
Judah P. Benjamin, U.S. Senator and Confederate official. Benjamin was a leading political figure before and during the Civil War. His service elected.
So don't read the name. Just read what he was.
Elected U.S. Senator from Louisiana.
From where?
Louisiana.
Wow. What was his party?
Democratic. Democrat. Allied with Southern Democratic politics.
He was Confederate with slavery. Go ahead.
Served as Secretary of State and other top posts in the Confederate government.
Wait a minute.
Top.
So they was
What is this?
So when you get to Bull Connor and all of them, these guys are coming out of all of these people.
Yeah.
Come on,
These are the same people, and their descendants came behind them and upheld the same things. Go ahead.
One of the most prominent Jewish Southern political leaders of the 19th century.
God, dog.
That's during the 1800s, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, what I've noticed, officer, is starting out, they came over changing their names.
Yes.
Then as they got in, they started to come in with quote unquote with Israelite names.
Yes.
So because they people in there, so like, all right, cool, y'all, we can get us in now.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
This is crazy.
Excellent point. Go ahead.
Important context. Many of these figures operated within the Democratic Party.
Negroes, why are y'all Democrats?
Right.
Why are y'all Republicans? Because they sitting on both sides. If you watch it, it's showing you that they sat on both sides. Whether it was in the North or whether it was in the South, it didn't matter what you voted.
Right.
It didn't matter which party or where you lived. They enslaved our people. They came into power through making deals amongst each other and built everything up for themselves in order to continue to be able to oppress us. This is what you're looking at. The whole vote thing that y'all about to go into in this season is stupid. Because y'all are voting for the same, it's two sides of the same coin.
Dummy.
Go ahead. What you had?
Hey, it's because of what you said about both sides with Republicans and Democrats. Give me Revelations 13.
Hey, shout out Jacqueline Bell for the super chat.
Let's start from verse 9.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If any man do what?
Have an ear, let him hear.
All right, go on.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So here officer is going through all this history, all this stuff, showing the actual people. Now it's all Edomites. Don't get it twisted, because when you read what we article we brought out last week, it says that they are the other Gentiles took part in that slavery with them. So that is the other Edomites.
Right.
And then other nations. They all took part, especially Esau with the transatlantic. Let's stay there. All right? So, go on.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
What did the scripture say must live by the sword?
Esau.
It's Esau. It's Amalek.
Right.
So he that killeth by the sword must what?
Must be killed with the sword.
He must be killed the same way. Like they destroyed him. They must be destroyed the same way, even double, like the Lord said in the scripture. But keep going.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's what we're waiting for. And that's something we believe in. Because
That's right.
what? Thus said the Lord, because it's coming from the Bible.
That's right.
But that's not the end of it. Keep going.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Another man. Beasts represent men. When you read Ecclesiastes 3, read that, because somebody's thinking about a cow just woke up, or Godzilla just woke up.
Yeah.
No. Read that. What is it talking about when he said beasts?
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 18. I said in mine heart concerning the estate of the sons of men.
The sons of men. Meaning race of men, race of people. Go on.
That God might manifest them, and that they might see.
So that God may what?
Manifest them.
He will manifest them, show them, manifest them.
That's
that
right.
they are what?
And that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
They are beasts. All right. So when you read beasts, God is manifesting a race of people in this context. In this, what we just reading right now. But read again in Revelation.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
This is a race of people, a race of men. Go on.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
He had 2 horns like what?
A lamb.
What's that talking about? What's that 2 horns talking about? Because when you talk about horns in the scriptures, talking about power. These are 2 powers. What power? Democrats and Republicans. All right. Shout out to the bishops. Shout out to the bishops.
That's right.
That's right.
Read that again.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
Like a lamb. Go on.
And he spake as a dragon. Mike. The mic. Here, the mic is out. Yes, sir.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check. All right. So, read that part again. I'm sorry. And I beheld
Another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns.
Democrats and Republicans. Those are the 2 powers. Go on.
Like a lamb.
Like what? Like a what?
A lamb.
Like the lamb represented Christianity. Like they come in the spirit of Christ. That's what the Lord was talking to us about in Matthew 24. About them that come, what's it said again? Matthew 24 verse 4 and 5. I don't know how to quote, brothers and sisters. Just bear with me. Somebody get that scripture real quick so officer can get back to his point.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying,
what?
I am Christ.
I am what?
I am Christ.
The Lamb of God. I am Christ. I'm a Christian.
Right.
All right, go on.
And shall deceive many.
And we all black people will be deceived.
That mic. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Is that one?
The devil. Amalekite devils.
Hey, we got 2 mics just died on me. Just like that. All right. So, what was I again?
You were talking about how they're lamb. They try to feign themselves as Christians.
They want to fame this. They want to portray themselves as Christians, as the people of God. All right. That's what they do. That's what officer was just reading. They start changing their names
and religion
right. To portray themselves as Christian. That's what they call America a Christian country.
Right.
But it's dominated by Jewish people.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And they're sending Christian pastors to come to Israel, our land, to learn garbage.
Right.
He can't make this stuff up.
Right.
But go on.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon.
Spake as a what?
A dragon.
But he spake as a dragon. That's where the power is with the media. They use that media because what we just read, The man is whatever he said he was.
Newspaper editor.
And a newspaper editor. They have power when it comes to that. But he said they spake as a dragon.
Yes.
That lets you know, according to Revelation 12, that dragon, which is what? Satan.
Yes.
That serpent, because dragon means serpent.
Yep.
He's talking about Satan because they are the children of Satan. That's why they speak like Satan. Accusing us day and night before the Lord God of Israel.
Yep.
That's it.
Now, it's crazy because think about it. All of that ties in to what we're showing.
Right.
Democrat, Republican, media to speak as a dragon. All of that ties in to what we see in their establishment in America or their foundation in America.
Right.
This is them, y'all. Y'all that don't. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. All right, let's jump down. So let's jump down now to number. I want to go to number 11. Let's jump down to number 11. What about that video that you brought? Was that touching before this?
Yeah, that video I wanted to touch on because you mentioned something about how they owned us in slavery. So that video was gonna show what these Jewish men and women did to us in their bedroom, them and their wives did to us during slavery.
Let's bring it out because they some freaks, boss.
Hey, get that video, the one I sent before the last one you played.
Yeah, bring it because they some freaks, boss.
I pray. I hope they have the one about what the men did. But if not, I'll speak on it.
Yeah, not that one. Not that one, yeah.
The YouTube one.
How white women.
Yeah, how white women.
I'll tag it.
Get that one.
And this is important because everybody that we saw, now I know y'all hate to hear it, but we got to tie it. The biggest purporter of get out and vote was none other than the diddler.
Bring it out!
He did it bigger than the diddler did it bigger than everybody.
The diddler?
The diddler.
Hey, he say vote or die.
Vote or die.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Vote or die. So everything that he dealt with.
Jesus never said that.
Yeah, actually, Jesus never said that. Right. All right, let that play.
Most people think of white men abusing black women. But there is a dark silence chapter that history barely whispers about. The abuse of black male slaves by white women. For centuries, society refused to believe that men could be victims of sexual abuse, and even less, that women could be abusers. White femininity was painted as delicate, pure, and incapable of violence. But history tells us another story. In Virginia, nearly 1 in 10 divorce petitions in the 1800s came from white men who accused their wives of affairs with black enslaved men. Some white women seduced, coerced, and even forced enslaved men into sexual relationships, using power as their weapon. Take Edmond, an enslaved man in the 1820s. A white woman pursued him relentlessly, even risking her marriage. Or Luke, who Harriet Jacobs wrote about, chained at his master's bedside, forced to tend not to just his master's needs.
Stop. You see what he said? Go back a little bit. He said chained. This male slave was chained to the bed of their master to attend to the master's need. Damn. Go back. Play it again. Play it.
Woman pursued him relentlessly, even risking her marriage. Or Luke, who Harriet Jacobs wrote about, chained at his master's bedside, forced to tend not to just his master's needs, but his mistress too.
Stop. He didn't only attend to the master's need, chained to the bed, but to the mistress. You know what was going on there?
Yes,
you were a freak, boss.
Yes.
They some freaks.
Bulk breaking to the highest order.
Yes.
And then the wife. These are the people who you call God chosen people, to the Jewish people.
Right.
They sons and daughters up in these files that's coming out, right?
Yeah.
Some similar,
and we wonder why.
similar acts.
Right. Yes.
Done.
Yeah, if how they said apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right?
Yeah.
Go on.
Captain Richard Hinton, a Civil War abolitionist, confessed that every enslaved man he had met had the same story.
Every enslaved man that he's met had the same story.
This Laura wanted to give him some of that thing.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Forced into sexual acts with white women. This wasn't love, it was domination, backed by chains, by whips, and the law. This wasn't rare. It was part of slavery's machine. White women owned nearly 40% of enslaved people in America. They weren't just passive wives. They bought, sold, punished, and yes, abused. Some even forced black women to nurse their children. while orchestrating sexual abuse to breed more enslaved workers. Slavery was not only an economic system, it was sexual violence institutionalized against women, against men, and against children.
All right,
So
that's it. He said against women and children, pedophilia.
Right.
Pedophilia.
Right.
So you're wondering, how did Christ say it? What did he say about the tree? By their fruit you shall know them.
Oh,
There's a scripture. Give me that scripture. Is it Matthew 7?
Matthew 7.
Yeah. Matthew 7. Find that for me. Yeah, shall know them by their fruit. Because look, that's y'all see all these names in Epstein file. The Prince of England, Prince Andrew, another elite noblewoman in Norway, another one from. That's what they were doing. It's all in them. That's just how they are. These are the people that you're gonna go out tomorrow and vote, and you're gonna put your trust and your hope in them. And they're gonna kidnap your kids right in front of your face and lie to you that they are looking for the kids, that they're trying, while they are holding your kids hostage in an island and raping them.
Or in an underground tunnel.
Yes, an underground tunnel like they did in the Jewish synagogue in New York.
Dirty magic.
Because y'all realize remember the second dude that we read about, he came from St. Thomas. St. Thomas is 2 islands up. Little St. James Island, which is Epstein Island, is St. Thomas, St. John, Little St. James. It's right there. He was born and raised in Charlotte Amalie.
Damn.
So it's the same people, bro. It's the same people.
Damn.
All right. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes?
19 and 20.
The book of 19 and 20? Verse 19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
All right, give me Job 14 verse 4. That's what I need.
Okay.
Give me Job 14 verse 4.
The book.
Read it.
The book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
So you think their forefathers will do all this evil, but their children will be different.
Right.
Their children is not Christians. Right. And God loves everybody, and they are so innocent. Read that again.
Come on, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Go on.
Seeing his days are determined.
Seeing his days are determined by the Lord. Go on.
The number of his months are with thee.
Are with the Lord. Go on.
Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Go on, verse 6.
Turn from him.
This is what the scripture say?
Turn from him.
God said, run from them. Run from them. The Christian pastors are doing opposite to what God said.
Right.
Damn.
God said, run from them. Christian pastors are traveling to go be with them.
You better shut your black lips.
Read that again.
Turn from him.
Go on.
That he may rest.
That the Lord may put him to rest. Put him to death. Go on.
Till he shall accomplish as in hireling his day.
Then he shall accomplish his days as a hireling on earth. As a settler on earth. Because he's a hireling. Yeah, the Lord hired him to do what he's doing. So the Lord said, get away from the so-called white man, the Jewish man. Run from them.
He's a hireling. Hireling. Let's go to number 11. Let's go to number 11. We only got a couple of minutes. So remember earlier we read about the Know Nothing Party, right? Let's read through this real quick. The Know Nothing Party.
The Know Nothing Party, officially the American Party, was a prominent 1850s U.S. political movement driven by nativism, anti-Catholicism, and anti-immigration sentiment against Irish and German newcomers.
But today, though, we hear the exact same thing, except for now it's not against Catholics, it's not against Irish and German, it's against others. But it's the exact same spirit that we're seeing right now. Go ahead.
Operating secretly.
Operating how?
Secretly.
Secretly, huh? Go ahead.
Members claim to know nothing about it.
So they claim to know nothing about it being a conspiracy against, anti-immigration and da-da-da. But now they can speak openly about it. Back then, they claimed to know nothing about it.
Right.
The hell is
but
this?
They were a secret group. Go ahead.
Aiming to restrict immigrant voting and extend naturalization to 21 years.
What's the next one? Next page. Come on.
several state legislatures and 52 seats.
Is there a line right above that, Joe?
Nah, that's it.
Yeah, it was on the last page. Go ahead, man. So they actually ended up gaining many seats. Remember earlier they were saying how they didn't dominate in politics, and it was only a few of them was in there. Well, okay.
Several state legislatures.
So now they're part of. Now they're a large number of several state legislatures
and 52 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives.
But this is who y'all are voting for. This is who y'all are voting for. Go ahead.
The 1856 election, former President Millard Fillmore ran as their candidate.
No. You stressed the wrong word, bro. Come on.
Former President Millard Fillmore ran as their candidate.
No. He ran as their candidate.
Their candidate.
They put him in there just like you see in presidents and politicians being put in place now. He ran as their president. He's their candidate. The same thing you're seeing being created today. Go ahead.
Winning 21% of the popular vote, but carrying only Maryland.
But he only carried more. That don't make sense. All right. So now, let's go out. Let's go away from this. Let's see. Let's just go to number 9. I go to number 8. Go to number 8. Go to number 8. Go ahead. Look at her trying to act like she got woolly hair. Bro, this is crazy.
It's not a household name like a mega donor Peter Thiel or Don Jr., but what it's done is create a network.
Go back real quick, because I want y'all to see the caption.
It says, WAPO.
WAPO.
Secretive donor circle that pushed Vance is now rewriting MAGA's future.
So J.D. Vance was placed in office the exact same way that we read about Millard, whatever his name was.
Whatever.
It's the exact same system. And y'all are playing like voting in politics is your salvation. God said, no, come to me. He put prophets in the earth right now to be able to teach you, and y'all are rejecting us and keep turning yourselves back to politics and to the two horns to act like they can save you, and they can't save you. Go ahead.
And same way y'all are choosing, they are choosing their own leader.
Yes.
We're supposed to choose Christ,
That's
the
right.
black Messiah, as our own leader.
That's right.
Because that's the only true king and true leader we'll ever have.
That's right.
If we want peace, if we want to reign on this earth, that's the only one.
That's right. All right, let it play.
It's not a household name like a mega donor Peter Thiel or Don Jr., but what it's done is create a network that will be critical to sustaining the MAGA movement, which is basically to ignite a network of powerful elite donors. It united the tech right, so the tech world, which historically had been somewhat alienated from politics, brought them into the MAGA fold. And then that donor network, which is secretive, very clubby, is very close to the Trump administration and those in power, is funding the efforts to organize the working class base online that is starting to vote Republican and vote for Trump, and will continue as long as they continue their efforts when J.D. Vance takes up the mantle.
But doesn't the MAGA base, I've been to Trump rallies, one would think the MAGA base detests these people.
It is kind of strange that when you talk to the creator of the Rockbridge Network, Chris Buskirk, and I've asked him, what would you say to the person on the street who is in the No Kings protest, that is upset and says you're ushering in a new generation of American oligarchs? And I was surprised by his answer. He said, no, we're not oligarchs, because in every society there's an elite. If it's an extractive elite, it's an oligarchy. But if it's a productive elite that's building the future, it's an aristocracy. And please call us that.
Damn.
And please
pull up the word aristocracy.
Hey, that's a cold line. But man, he said you better put some respect on my title.
Respect on it. Pull up the word aristocracy.
I'm an aristocracy.
ARIST, aristocracy.
He said we put too much planning up in here for you to be calling us an oligarch.
ARISTO. Yep. Yep, right there. What is an aristocracy?
Aristocracy is a form of government or social structure where power, wealth, and influence are concentrated in the hands of a small, privileged ruling class.
Damn! Wow. Didn't Trump say in a few shows ago, some people need a dictator.
Right.
When I came down.
This is what he's telling y'all. All of y'all that's about to go into this whole season, what's her name? Jasmine Crockett, and we got to get out and vote because y'all are already arguing, talking about midterms coming.
Right.
This is the history of the people behind pushing what it is that you're headed into. Yep. This is the history behind it. Just so y'all know.
All right, we're about to shut it down, but let's get the scripture real quick. Job chapter 30, verse 5. Let's see what the Lord said about these people who came from the Caucasus Mountain of Georgia, Russia, Poland, whichever one you want to call it, Chechnya, Siberia, all of them. Read.
The book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 5. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief.
Because that's what they are, thief.
That's right.
Officer just brought out how they stole their whole land and became settlers. And now they're claiming that the land belonged to them. We made a deal with the Native Americans. They gave us a bottle of whatever they said.
Right.
And then, come on.
Right.
Who are you fooling?
Right.
Go on.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
They're a cave. That's what they're called, cavemen. That's what they're called, Caucasians.
That's right.
Cavemen. That's what it is. All right, go on.
Among the bushes they brayed. Under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools.
What does the scripture say they were?
Children of fools.
Children of fools they are. Go on.
Yea, children of base
Children
men.
of basemen, the basis of men, Amalek, Jewish people. Go on.
They were viler than the earth.
What does scripture say they are?
Viler than the earth.
Scripture say they are more disgusted, filthy than the earth.
That's right.
All right. That's in their nature. That's who they are.
Can I get a script before we leave? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 15. Since we're going over the show of voting for our people, let's see what the Bible actually says about voting.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 15. And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness. No, I'm sorry.
17.
Yeah, 17. You meant, I'm sorry.
17, 15. Yes, sir.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 and verse 15.
Come on.
Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God.
Who the who?
The Lord thy God.
Read.
Shall choose.
And he didn't choose none of these Republicans or Democrats. He chose Jesus Christ, the black Messiah. Come on.
One from among thy brethren.
One from among your who?
Thy brethren.
So y'all voting for another slave master from these Jewish people that enslaved our people. That's all you're doing is voting for another slave master.
That's right.
Read.
One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
So we supposed to set up one from among our brethren over us. And the Lord already set him up, which is Christ. So what is the need for us to go and vote? It's not a need for us to go and vote. Because Christ is the king. He got the last say. So he's the ultimate judge. And he's well educated. That's right. Unlike you Amalekites.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, so look, we're seeking your assistance to enhance our national broadcast. Kindly spare a minute to provide feedback by answering 5 brief questions. All right, so that's the QR code. Follow us at IUIC Dallas, and that's on all social media platforms.
That's right.
Except for Instagram at IUIC.Dallas. IUIC.Dallas. And if you want to donate directly to IUIC Dallas, you can donate to IUIC.Dallas at IsraelUnite.org. All right? Hey, y'all know we hate to go every week, man, but we pray that you glean something from the show. Continue to watch, and just know that you've been tuned in to In the Scripts Reloaded.
Don't forget to scan.
That's right. Donate.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.